All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Bizzare and Cechi. This game taking place here on Echo Isles. Saw Witty play against Bizzare a few days ago. Um, yeah, I tried to play Warcraft 3 a couple of days ago, and I realized absolutely how rusty I was. Just like, yeah, the finger strength, the APMs, the decision making, learning all of the random team maps again, not knowing the creep patterns. Very tough, very difficult to deal with. But, well, it was still a lot of fun to play until I constantly got matched up with arranged teams. So I either had my partners drop within 3 minutes of play, or I was playing against an arranged team where people were advertising their services. Definitely not how I wanted to be playing. Yeah, not fun. Arranged teams versus random team is so bad. Yeah, especially coming from someone, me, who was pretty much a dedicated I was a dedicated random team player. I think I was top 50 on US West for a very long time, playing a random team. Back in the days where you would queue for like 45 minutes to be able to find a game or two. I even explained why I didn't like the new ladder format to my wife, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I do random team, you're 3v3. I'm paired up with 2 random people. They're like, oh. And then Blizzard decided to pair us up against an arranged team. And before I even finished the sentence or had to explain anything, she's like, well, that's not fair. But yeah. Anyways, the cooperation in arranged team, definitely good. I guess it's better to be able to play up against arranged teams than having to wait an hour to play a game. Yeah. Not quite sure. Anyways, Farseer now making its rounds out here. Double Spirit Wolves going to try and deal with all of these carry-on beetles. Cechi opening up with that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord, a powerful hero choice indeed, has become very common as the Farseer now simply diving on inside here, going after Acolytes. There is a lone ghoul coming in across to try and get in some harassment, but this is a full-on play by Bizzare. Bizzare is purposely engaging in this particular scenario, as this one Acolyte is just going to end up getting taken down. Alright, Acolyte after Acolyte could end up falling here. The Ziggurat is about to be finished, down to 34 hit points. One more shot, it should get taken down. There it goes, and all the Acolytes are lost. This is going to be a major problem. Instead of harassing the actual expansion attempt, he's actually harassing the main base. Acolytes, well, that Nerubian tower are going to cause some problems here. Farseer trying to back away. Spirit Wolves still diving on into this position, as Cechi is going to be significantly delayed in trying to get to tier 2. Alright, all of these Acolytes will end up getting taken down. Cechi doesn't really even have, or is he trying to build a necropolis down here? No, just a Ziggurat, as the Farseer is just diving on into the back. Another Acolyte going to get taken down as more damage added in. Alright, is this Farseer going to be able to hold on in the very back? Is he going to get taken down? He will not get taken down. Instead, going to go ahead and use that Scroll of Town Portal, not really to save the Farseer, but to save the Farseer and that Grunt. He doesn't want to offer up the experience of the Farseer and the Grunt as well, as we're going to look at Bizzare going after the Null Brutes off over here. As this Acolyte trains up and, well, starts haunting this gold mine here, we can see there is already a Nerubian tower, or will be finished up in just a second. Is Bizzare going to be able to get to level 2 off of this creep camp, summoning up some additional Spirit Wolves? I believe he will be able to get to level 2. There he goes. And using, well, taking down so many Acolytes is really going to shut down Cechi's plans for trying to get an economic advantage here. Meanwhile, coming back to the other side, we're already at Stronghold and getting up a Tauren Chieftain. More Acolytes are being trained, and the haunting of the gold mine will be ready down to the south in just a little bit. Coming back down to the south here, Spirit Wolves going after the Ogre Magi as well. A lot of damage being absorbed. One Spirit Wolf is taken down here. Farseer coming, bearing gifts, wants to get some big heals onto the remaining grunts as well, as this Ogre Magi should end up falling without much of an issue. Alright, Ogre Magi down to 157 hit points. In comes a Carrion Beetle. There goes that last hit. Ring of Protection +3. Is the Beetle going to attack some of those Spirit Wolves and remove that healing salve? Yes, he is, as the Farseer is now low on those healing salve charges. Tauren Chieftain perhaps going to try and bring some gifts as well. Is he just going to walk on over? Perhaps bring a Clarity Potion? What is he? He's not doing anything. Alright, he was standing next to the shop, waiting and waiting. Alright, in comes Carrion Beetles. More beetles will be popping up right out of the ground as that Peon is forced to cancel that Great Hall. In comes an Impale. However, one Grunt able to dodge all of that damage right there, as we see some Burrows now coming into play as well. Those Carrion Beetles trying to head away. One Peon, well, looking to build a Bestiary, and is it going to end up being able to finish it off? There is a stun across two of those beetles right there, as Cechi is just trying to delay the Bestiary and get to that Peon. Alright, that Peon is building a wall around him to try and stay alive, as a Grunt perhaps going to finish off that Beetle. No, it is not. It does burrow in time. Skeletal minions chasing after some low hit point Grunts again. So many Spirit Wolves and so many Grunts and Ghouls. The army has just gone so wide, as Bizzare is now surrounded in all of these units. Will he be able to break free? That is the question there. Are we perhaps going to be looking at an Impale, as that Farseer does get taken down? Farseer falls at level 2, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 1, and all of that healing, oh so precious, difficult to deal with, as Cechi is still putting in the pressure now. Cechi sitting strong, 33 supply compared to 33, as the units are now going to go back to their respective corners. However, well, out comes the Peon as the building is done, as the Beetles finish off that Peon there. 6 Beetles looking to perhaps put pressure on this Bestiary, as a Wind Rider going to be taking to the skies. Cechi looks like his expansion is going to start to pay for itself here in just a moment, as Bizzare's opening, well, not really working out for him, as this Bestiary, it looks like it will get taken down. Alright, so much damage to be had. Cechi burrowing these Carrion Beetles. One Wind Rider may not even be able to make its way back out, but in comes a Shaman for Purge. Shaman with that magic damage trying to rack all of that up here. Is he going to be able to, well, get one Wind Rider? He gets one Wind Rider out of all of this mess here, and that is an expensive Wind Rider, as that Bestiary is lost. And that Peon. We're looking at 38 supply compared to 35. Army sizes are pretty even until you account for, well, the number of Carrion Beetles that are out onto the field. In comes a Wind Rider. Wind Rider quickly getting ensnared down, but the Shamans and the Tauren Chieftain will be the ones to absorb all of that damage. Most expensive Wind Rider ever, yeah. One Wind Rider trained, Bestiary lost, and so much else lost, as well as the Beetles are now making their way, and the Beetles just won't die, as the Shamans now going to make their way over and, well, attempt to purge. One purge does go off in time. The Shaman going to perhaps just stay by here, as Ghouls are now making a run off to try and perhaps steal some experience from his opponent. Alright, all of these Beetles are just pretty much acting as scouting landmines, finishing off so much here, as this Ogre Warrior will get taken down. Back down to the south here, Criplord trying to back away. Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get up to level 2. We are going to have an access to Endurance Aura here in just a moment, as we're looking at the Ghouls all try to finish off some of these units again. There goes an ensnare onto Cechi's last, or a trailing Ghoul once more, as that Criplord is sitting at level 3, getting awfully close to level 4. Tauren Chieftain finishes off the Ogre Mauler, going to pick up a replenishment potion and a Tome of Intelligence, or he should. Meanwhile, Farseer sits at level 3. Alright, those Beetles, very, very powerful, very difficult to deal with unless you have some sort of Dispel. Shaman's going to be doing exactly that with all of that Purge, as the Crypt Fiends are now out onto the field, perhaps to try and deal with that lone Wind Rider. Coming back the other side, Spirit Wolves continuing to do a little bit more scouting, as Cechi wants to get to level 4 for level 2 Impale. Once level 2 Impale is on the table, oh, Claws of Attack +6 being left behind, as there is no room in that inventory. Tauren Chieftain sits at level 2. Wind Rider up in, well, trying to finish things off quickly. 45 supply compared to 40. Cechi has the economic advantage as this guard towers will offer enough protection here now. All right, in comes the Crypt Lord coming in for an engagement. Spirit Wolf is going to try and chase after some of these ensnared Crypt Fiends. There is a quick web onto that one Wind Rider. A big stomp all across multiple units as a Ghoul could get taken down. Wind Rider is in danger as it could get taken down right here. There it goes. Focus fire from all of those Crypt Fiends, but at what cost? As 2 Crypt Fiends could be lost right there. All right, couple of shots. The very low hit point Grunt is going to be, or low hit point Crypt Fiend, will it be able to get away? And it looks like Bizzare is actually just chasing all of these units a little bit too far as a Grunt is lost as well. Level 2 Stomp is available. Farseer now trying to retreat back with all of these Shamans, but Shamans are just ending up getting taken down as well as the Farseer of Bizzare caught in a tough spot. Are we going to be looking at a big Stomp? Yes, we are. Burrow now coming across as well as all of those units are currently stunned. However, that Farseer has backed himself into a corner purposefully to try and, well, reduce the amount of damage that he takes. Tauren Chieftain going to come around. There's a Stomp right there, finishing off 2 ghouls. Is he going to finish off a 3rd ghoul? I believe so. There goes a 3rd ghoul as the Farseer able to, well, turn things around, and Cechi now being forced to use a potion of lesser invulnerability as well. Shaman are still in position. Farseer trying to stay nearby. Death Knight with the Death Coil going to go ahead and save that Crypt Lord as the Spirit Wolves now finish off another ghoul there. All right. Very, very good game going back and forth. Things are turning. The appearance of the second hero, the Death Knight, saving that Crypt Lord at the, well, as that potion of lesser invulnerability coming to an end. That, as I've said before, this is a game of seconds. Sometimes you only need 7 seconds to really get back into that game, as 7 seconds gave enough time for that Death Knight to show up onto the battlefield, heal up that Crypt Lord, and allow Cechi to continue his plays. Coming back through, Death Knight going after a couple of Ogre Warriors there. There they go. Ogre Magi now finally rounding around that corner. Only the major 3 creep camps are left, and, well, Cechi is creeping out this marketplace. All right, there goes the Ogre Magi. It is going to be a wand of mana stealing. He is, I think, yes, the Death Knight is just absolutely getting purged and unable to get anywhere. There was a Stomp. Is it going to be enough to finish off the Crypt Lord? I don't think so, even though there was a departing Chain Lightning. Crypt Lord able to stay alive right there. Picks up the Claws of Attack +6. Crypt Lord now with some higher base damage as he stays on Blight to heal back up. Death Knight wanting to get some mana as well. There is a Death Coil onto that Crypt Lord as that Crypt Lord is getting awfully close to level 5. Heading back off to the north here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3. Farseer sitting at level 4. Oh, there is still this mercenary camp here. All right, interestingly enough, Cechi still has a mercenary camp here. And when is, or not Cechi, excuse me, Bizzare still has his mercenary camp here at the 3 o'clock position in order to creep out. There is a burrowed beetle acting as a bit of a scout here, so Cechi perhaps going to use this opportunity to clear out this creep camp, knowing that his opponent is going after a mercenary camp as well. Good information by Cechi to go after the more dangerous corner creep camps. Should be able to give level 2 to the Death Knight, and maybe perhaps even level 5 to that Crypt Lord. Units going to be engaging here. A lot of Crypt Fiends going to go ahead and focus fire down some of these units. Gargantuan Sea Turtle getting some damage onto the Crypt Fiend right there. As you can see, the Gargantuan Sea Turtle just trying to make its rounds and get to a new target. And really trying to just abuse the AI almost, as that Gargantuan Sea Turtle, if you did not know, it can actually go into the deep, deep water. And by going into the deep, deep water, can walk around pretty easily. Right, Gargantuan Sea Turtle about to fall right there. Down it goes. Talisman of Evasion given to the Death Knight, as the Crypt Lord is 25 experience shy from level 5. All right, we're looking at the undead heroes. They try so hard to kill heroes, and, well, they actually do a very good job. Death Knight, Lich, and, well, perhaps a level 3 Impale from the Crypt Lord to prevent any sort of easy escapes. Bizzare also taking this opportunity to clear out his Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp in the corner of the map too. Headhunters, Wind Riders, all available. We are at Fortress. We are not upgrading to Berserkers as of yet. Only the Headhunters at this point, as the Tauren Chieftain does pick up a Pure-Up of Vitality. Very powerful item indeed, as the Spirit Wolves dive on in only to get cleaned up in the back. Alright, both sides of the map, there is about, what, 7,000 gold here, so about 12 minutes of mining here. What is this? This is about 15 minutes of mining, maybe 16 minutes of mining left at this particular gold mine, as we're looking at Bizzare setting up some stasis traps. Alright, stasis traps and sentry wards. Witch doctors making their presence known as, well, that can be a little bit of a map hack indeed. The Headhunters still not upgrading to Berserkers as of yet. A little bit of a surprise, as we are going into mastery training as well. There is one destroyer out onto the field, Shadowhunter as that third hero, as the Voodoo Lounge going to be quickly destroyed here. Wind Riders now looking to back away. This could be some bad news indeed, as the Tauren Chieftain now going to try and engage. Are we going to see a stomp? There you are, stomp across multiple units, and there goes a couple of units as well. Are we going to look at level 3 Beetles? Yeah, level 3 in Beetles instead of a level 3 Impale. Lightning Shield on that Tauren Chieftain, as the Tauren Chieftain gets a stomp off onto a handful of units there. Death Knight could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability saved right there, as the Wind Riders, well, Wind Riders getting plucked out of the sky. Tauren Chieftain, there's a massive stomp in the backside here. Death Knight down to 241 hit points, as the Tauren Chieftain trying to finish off some of those units. There is a level 2 Death Coil saving those units again, as that Tauren Chieftain going to finish off that Lich. No, Lich somehow stays alive a split second longer, only to finally fall. 55 supply compared to 66. In comes another stomp. This is a lot of focus on the heroes, as the Death Knight falls as well. 2 heroes have lost. However, Bizzare is losing his army. Cechi still having a large army here, as the units now need to back away. Stasis Trap, I believe, getting devoured magic, as the Shadowhunter getting finished off as well. Farseer now being forced to retreat. 63 supply compared to 41, as Cechi, well, looking to finish things off here, not having access to Headhunter. Wow, being able to cast Purge, or is that Orb of Lightning? Orb of Lightning on the Tauren Chieftain, proccing a Purge onto that Destroyer, preventing him from easily getting away. Tauren Chieftain still trying to rack up all of that damage indeed. Tauren Chieftain gets in a stomp, now going after getting up to level 5 here. Farseer is out onto the field. In comes some Spirit Wolves, as the Tauren Chieftain is just wandering around in the back. Not having access to Voodoo Lounge is absolutely huge. 50 over 80 supply compared to 74 over 80. So far, Cechi, even though he's lost both of his heroes, seems to be winning this war. Lich is out onto the field. Can he go up against a level 5 Tauren Chieftain without mana? Probably, as he has that Orb of Corruption. Shadowhunter trying to sneak away off to the north, as the Crypt Lord may get to level 6, as the Burrows are going to be supplying a little bit of experience. Shiki, or the... Oh, okay. Cechi? Okay, if it is the Czech Republic, my apologies. Someone will have to let me know. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5 here has a potion of healing, potion of mana, as he's going to dive on into the back. There is the stomp, there's the chain lightning, but there is no lightning shield as the healing wave bounces around. Tauren Chieftain still has a lot of mana left. Is he going to be able to stomp again? Yes, he does. His presence is being known, finishing off unit after unit. Lich is sitting at level 2, has a potion of mana, as well as the Tauren Chieftain does have enough mana for another stomp and a follow-up stomp as well. Lich going to get taken down. Tauren Chieftain trying to make his presence really felt, as we see an Impale go down onto that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now staying alive temporarily, trying to make its way back off to the north. Does it have anywhere to really heal? No shops anywhere, as the Crypt Fiends and the Death Knight. Death Knight could land a Death Coil off on the Tauren Chieftain, but that would just be wasted at this point, as the Spirit Wolves are going after some other units. 63 supply compared to 48. Wind Rider going to get taken down there, as the Tauren now trying to make its way back down. All right, Shadowhunter is going to be able to finish off. Yes, it does. There was a Clarity Potion used. Are we going to see some healing waves, as the Crypt Lord now making its way in as well? All right, there's a massive Impale, as this is going to be a problem, not being able to use the Headhunter. There is that stomp. There's a potion of healing. Death Knight absorbing towers like a pincushion, as the Tauren Chieftain gets a healing wave and a Death Coil at pretty much the same time. Tauren Chieftain down to 105 hit points. It looks like it will be able to back away. There goes the death of a Crypt Fiend, as the Death Knight backs up 66 supply compared to 42. Cechi being forced to use that Scroll of Town Portal, chasing after that Tauren Chieftain for so long, and really did not make it. All right, dropping that Pure Up of Vitality to allow for, well, faster healing, using that healing salve. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter should really be using up a Clarity Potion too. 1 second, I think one side is winning, the next, I think the other side is winning. Well, Cechi has maintained the army size advantage, but that also means that Bizzare has been maintaining the economic advantage by staying in, well, no upkeep for so long. Tauren Chieftain will be picking up the Pure Up of Vitality here in just a moment, as, well, he jumps up to 850 hit points. Shadowhunter did not use a Clarity Potion. A big surprise there. The Shadowhunter needs his mana, just as the Tauren Chieftain does, as the units are still wandering their way through. Shadowhunter, however, now back up to full hit points, as the units are now making their way off to the north. Obsidian statues, Crypt Fiends are all here. Crypt Lord now pushing on through. We do have, well, no, we do not have we don't have Locust Swarm coming in from the Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord opted for level 3 Impale instead of the Swarm. Interesting choice there, as the Crypt Lord is still wandering around off to the side. We are looking at a stasis trap. That is just going to be devoured magic right there. Death Knight could be in trouble. Is it going to get stomped? Yes, it does. And the Death Knight falls before a single Death Coil is used. Lich could be in trouble as well. Lich could get taken down. Yes, it gets stomped on by that Tauren Chieftain's giant foot. And all of a sudden, Bizzare looks like he's going to be able to take down both heroes and perhaps be able to take this game here. Stasis traps not being used all that much, as they're constantly being devoured. Is this stasis trap actually going to arm itself as a lightning shield goes down around that Tauren Chieftain? All right, stasis trap looks like it's about to come online. Is it going to actually engage? There it goes. Cechi now stun and then follow-up stun, and Cechi could end up getting taken down. There's the follow-up hex and a beautiful lock between the Tauren Chieftain's stomp, the stasis trap, and the hex of Bizzare. How long can a hero stay stunned against the Orc army? You just saw that right there. Tauren Chieftain, however, is getting dangerously low on hit points, will need to back down, as well as the Obsidian statues are starting to fall as well. 55 supply going up against 48. Farseer may actually get up to level 6. What is going on here? Level 6 now on the Farseer. Tauren Chieftain dangerously close to level 6 as well as Shadowhunter. If we actually see a level 6 Tauren Chieftain, well, that Tauren Chieftain does not mind getting taken down, and he is 3 experience shy. A purge onto a unit, anything. Crypt Lord now back out onto the field. Tauren, is he going to be able to back away in time, as the Crypt Lord was, well, used a potion of mana. Tauren Chieftain in trouble, down to 154 hit points, 156, forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Finishing off a burrowed Crypt Fiend would be enough, or, oh, I believe that gives level 6 to the Tauren Chieftain. Yes, it does. Tauren Chieftain is at level 6. And what is going to be more scary is that Cechi doesn't know about it. It looked like the Farseer or the Shadowhunter or some sort of other ranged unit did that final attack right as the Scroll of Town Portal went away, and after the Scroll of Town Portal completed, the Tauren Chieftain got to level 6. So that Tauren Chieftain is just going to dive on in, not care about anything, hope it dies, and then come back in. All right, there you go. There is the quick hex right there. There is the stomp to try and follow it up. Are you really going to kill a level 6 Tauren Chieftain, as the Tauren Chieftain finishes off that Crypt Lord? There goes the level 6 Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain is going to be out for a little bit of time, and now it is back ready to go. There's that follow-up stomp, and Cechi didn't stand a chance. There is the GG. Bizzare playing an absolute gem here on Echo Isle. I hope you guys loved that ending with that stomp, stasis trap, hex lock, not allowing for Scrolls of Town Portal, not allowing for death coils or potions of invulnerability. What an amazing, amazing end to this match. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it.